the argument I used to espouse, that by reducing the size of the legislature, having legislative districts, represent more people numbers-wise, that the voice of rural Pennsylvania was lost. I would argue that it actually started with the one man, one vote. Because if you look at that, when places like Forest County and Cameron County and Sullivan County, little counties like that all had one representative. That all changed. On the flip side is just sort of the current map, more or less, but you can't read it real well, but it just is a point of reference. I would also suggest that the change in that kind of rural versus suburban versus urban voice in the legislature has changed significantly because of just the demographic movement of people in the Commonwealth. The chairman's own district is one that I've driven through over the years, and just in the last 10 or 15 years, I know a lot of farmlands. That are now suburban-ish that once were rural agriculture areas. That's true in many other, Chester County, the western part of Montgomery County, you name it, the Poconos. So I would argue that the voice of the rural community was really changed back then and has been tempered by the changes in just the movement of people across our Commonwealth, and that in fact reducing the size of the legislature does not change that because it would still remain on a proportionate basis. For one reason that I proposed this bill, though, was about effectiveness, understanding, and the ability to communicate and build consensus. As a legislative leader, over the last several years, one of the difficulties I've encountered or found is that for me to talk to every member of my caucus, to then talk to some of the members of the Democrat caucus, to understand what their point of view is, why you're proposing this bill, or why you think my proposal's bad, whatever. If I have understanding, at least then you keep the debate on the facts and not on the personalities or the emotions that sometimes we veer off on. So I think from a pure effectiveness of the legislature, 150 is a number that has some anecdotal evidence that's a good workable number, where the groups of people can get together, we can have that communication and understanding of another's point of view. So that's kind of how I got to 153. There's nothing magical about that number either, but 150 anecdotal evidence suggests that that's a more workable group size where we can have our communications, where the committees can understand what you're up to and why you're doing it. I also did one thing that's a little different than other proposals that are before you, and that was I left the Senate out of this. I didn't do that because I don't think that Senate maybe, if the House could be more effective, smaller, could the Senate be more effective, smaller? I don't know. I'd certainly let them do that. I kind of did it from a more strategic perspective because, we in the House should decide if we think that's a proposal to put before the people of Pennsylvania in the form of a constitutional amendment, and we understand how the House operates. And I can say as a leader, I know that we would be more effective and efficient in our legislative process. I think our product would be better. I think you'd have a more clear and defined debate. As Speaker for 6 months, I've seen how the legislative debate goes, and I know there are people sitting there wanting to say something, important, but the debate drags out, and you kind of think, we've been at this for 4 hours. I'll just sit down. I watch people stand and sit down out of frustration, and that lends itself to a little bit of a lack of efficiency. It lends itself to a lack of understanding, and to me, we will do our best work as representatives of the people when we understand why the other person's point of view is the way it is when you look at the diversity of Pennsylvania. And so those are my key points. It doesn't reduce representation in rural areas. That happened in the late 60s and through the population trends over the last few years. That we would be more effective as a slightly smaller body. Might be some cost savings there. I'm not hanging my hat on cost savings per se. I think the cost savings are really in our efficiency and our quality of product. And that, does the Senate need reduced in size? Maybe. I'm just thinking strategically. The House is better to propose this way. Let them debate that on their own level, and ultimately let the people of Pennsylvania decide with a referendum vote on the ballot.